Namaste. Welcome. I'm really just feeling like all of the goddesses in the room just deserve to be nourished tonight. So let's do that. I think we'll start in a supported back bend. Bring the bolster behind you, lay it vertically along the length of the mat, and then plug the lip of the bolster right into the tailbone. Come on in. Welcome. Yeah, really gentle, supported back bend here. You'll go ahead and lay on back and then bring the legs long. Hips on the ground. Yeah. And just simply arrive in the altar of the heart. So a simple, gentle back bend. For me, really is the format to allow the heads of the arm bones to sink down and the sternum to lift to life. And of course, a very gentle stretch to the top and the front lobes of the lungs. As we lengthen the line of the front body from the pubic bone to the sternum. And then as that line is lengthening, the bottom tips of the scapula and the back body, the shoulder blades, they pull in and down. And all of this is happening on its own accord, so very little efforting on your part. And so all of these anatomical impacts are kind of side effects, really, to the merits of a back bend, because what we're really doing here is reorienting the landscape of the heart. So if you could just place yourself in the center of the heart. And by way of the shoulder girdle, we'll be working with any blockages along the heart and the lung channels. Which run through the chest down the thumb and the pinky. So our relationship to the health of our shoulders really govern our capacity to breathe in people's suffering. And breathe out compassion, understanding. So with that lift of our heart, with the drawing back of the shoulders, that courageous opening in the front line of the body, we remember who we truly are and why it is that we're practicing. Not for the benefit of ourselves, but to be a passageway. So as you take residence in the center of the heart, I'd like you to just kind of ripple awareness along the length of the collarbones. Feel into the front of the shoulder, the front of the rotator cuff, which typically tends to get quite shortened and tightened as we spend most of our time reaching out to type or drive. So we'll work on lengthening that line. Feel a lift and spread of the collarbones. On the next inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. Just very smooth kind of glossing along the inner rim of the shoulder socket. Bring the hands to touch down behind you, back of the mat. And then spin the pinky fingers in a bit, widen the wingtips of the shoulders, and feel the collarbones widen even more. Ground through the thigh bones. Take a few breaths. We'll start with a little prayer, Shanti Deva. May I be a guard for those who need protection, a guide for those on the path, a boat, a raft, a bridge for those who wish to cross the flood. May I be a lamp in the darkness, a resting place for the weary, a healing medicine for all who are sick, a vase of plenty, a tree of miracles, and for the boundless multitudes of living beings. May I bring sustenance and awakening, enduring like the earth and sky until all beings are freed from sorrow and all are awakened. On the next exhale, draw the fingertips back towards the hips. Slowly bending into each knee. Bringing the soles of the feet to the ground. And together, let's climb up the length of the femur bones, coming to seated.